Hey, good morning, my friends. It is great to be back with you all again. What a glorious morning it is right here at sunrise in Surfside, California. And I am still on a high over yesterday's turnout down there at 22nd Street Landing, celebrating our 1 million views here on the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Hundreds of you showed up. We served over 250 breakfast burritos. And man, I gotta hand it to the volunteers that were there cooking the bacon and the chorizo and just doing such a great job. I've got to thank so many people who not only showed up to the event, but the exhibitors who came and put up booths, and it was just a really humbling day for me. And of course, Eddie Leland was there and Desiree Rodriguez was there. It was such a special, special day, and I can't thank you enough for making it all possible. But right now, you know what time it is. Yeah, it is time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Ah, glorious. Hey, thanks again for joining us here this morning for the morning briefing. Thousands of you tuning in just about every single day, and there's still a lot of great fishing to go. Just to go back to yesterday one more time and to say thank you to each and every one of you. I tried to shake every one of your hands. If I missed you, please forgive me. And I'm not even going to begin to start mentioning anyone, volunteers or the people who were there, the exhibitors, because I will inevitably leave somebody out, or it would take up the entire show to thank so many who made that day so special, and just one that I'll remember for a long time to come. So not only want to thank you for showing up, but thank you for all the likes you give us here on the Friedman Adventures channel. A little reminder to hit the thumbs up button if you would, for sharing these videos with your friends and family and loved ones. I mean, that's how Friedman Adventures has been able to grow. And also, once again, I can't thank you enough for participating in what we do across the border, helping our friends in Mexico. So many of you brought some more clothing and items and gifts and toys down yesterday. Thank you so very, very much. A really special day. All right. Hey, fishing's a long way from over, and let's take you down to Ensenada and talk to you about Bluefin, because our friend Victor drove all the way up to that event yesterday. So we had an international kind of flair to the event. And I'll tell you, Victor's been telling us about some outstanding fishing down there. It's still going on. Now, we've had a little bit of wind here over the past 48 hours or so. But man, as I looked at the long range forecast, this goes for the boats that are fishing offshore out there around Tanner Bank. We're going to have a little bit more wind. We get through Wednesday, and man, the long range forecast is for fall-like weather. And Southern California and fall-like weather, they go hand in hand with great fishing. I should throw northern Baja in there also, because the typical weather is to have no wind and flat, calm seas. And once we get past Wednesday, we're going to see more and more of that. They've had some wind up there in the Channel Islands also, but after Tuesday, Wednesday, and it's just going to be a little breezy in there, then it's going to settle down, and it's starting to look really, really good. So once again, let's go back to Ensenada, where the Ponga's out of there. Arnie Man, he's another good friend of mine down there in Ensenada. Diego Nuno with Costa Baja Sport Fishing, and of course Bluefin doing such a great job down there. I've got to tell you, there's still kelps and they're still holding Dorado. There's quite a bit of yellowfin tuna, but it's a little too far. It might push up, and there was some excellent scores on the YFT here recently once again, so we're watching that very, very closely. And there's still bluefin scattered all around there. So one day the Pongos will get them, and another day they will miss. Ignacio Duarte is one of the best captains down there out of Bluefin, and man, he has had some really good fishing. The grade of yellowfin, by the way, we've been calling it mostly 5 to 12 pounds, but that's changing a little bit. We're seeing bigger yellowfin tuna push in here. You know, we have a slider moving up the Baja coast, another hurricane that pushed more warm water up this way. It's getting late in the year, getting toward Halloween when you start seeing that kind of stuff, but we're still seeing it, and it's creating that flow upward. And with that flow, we're going to see more and more of those types of fish. So that's great news. Still catching fish down in that neck of the woods. We'll continue to watch it for you very, very closely. Tackle, if you're fishing there out of Ensenada or out of San Diego, and San Diego, you're making a left-hand turn. That is, you're going down the Baja coast as opposed to out west where it is land of the giants, those big bluefin tuna. If you're going that way, 2 rods are essential, 2 outfits. 25-pound outfit and a 40-pound outfit. Now, if you have something a little bit lighter and a little bit heavier, bring all 4 rods or 5 rods. But I'm talking about those of you who may not have all that much tackle, you can get away with a 25 and a 40. We like Opsin fluorocarbon. You know that very, very well. www.opsinusa.com. Put in FA at checkout, and Greg Brown will send you a perfumed love letter. He's about ready to have a baby, by the way, or his wife is, and we send him all our love and all our very, very best. Greg, you are one of a kind, and congratulations. I know it hasn't happened quite yet, but any time now. So once again, Opsin USA, put in FA at checkout. Greg might be a little bit delayed in getting that love note out to you, and you'll also get a free gift. Also, it's a really good idea to have some Daiwa Sakana lures. They're working really, really well on that yellowfin tuna. And once again, if you roll up on a foamer of yellowfin, get up to the bow, make a cast, let that jig sink. I don't care how much commotion you see up there on the surface. Let it sink down, give it a 10 count, wind on it, and you're on. Don't fish it with anything less than 40. I prefer 50, and it's a great way to get a bite also. So we are seeing some really good action on those kinds of outfits. Bring those along, you should be good. All right, San Diego, mixed scores, but we're going to get into some beautiful weather, and that hurricane that pushed up more warm water could have a positive impact on all of this in the coming days. I'm very excited about what is going to happen Wednesday onward. It looks really good, and we're on the Relentless, don't forget, on Saturday night. It is sold out, but we've got a lot of great people on that trip, and it should be a lot of fun. Old Glory, man, what a bite they had. They had the yellowfin come to the corner and chew the paint off the boat. Really nice grade of fish, 12 to 30 pounds, some even bigger than that, and it was really excellent fishing. In fact, they limited out on YFT, and we're just kind of sitting around throwing chum. Nobody's fishing anymore because they're limited out. They're waiting for another boat so they could hand that baby off to them and let them get well and get fixed up on that beautiful grade yellowfin tuna. So that is an exceptional hit, and I hope it's a sign of things to come. The Mission Bell yesterday, a boat that leaves in the morning, comes back in the evening, limits of Dorado. Nice hit for them. The other day, the Mahi-mahi had limits. Several boats starting to get in on it, but there are boats that are missing, okay? So not everybody getting them. I don't want you to think that. You're still going to have to find that right kelp patty. You're still going to have the horseshoe. So keep your fingers crossed that you're on a boat that does that day. San Diego yesterday, 18 Dorado, 1 yellowfin tuna, and they were kind of joking, saying, okay, we know where not to go today. So they're out looking around. My prediction is the San Diego will crank a huge day today because they are awesome. On the Pacific, a 2-day trip, 41 yellowfin and 3 Dorado. Legend on a 2.5-day trip. Now, these guys are going out to the west, and that weather's going to get nicer in another 24 to 48 hours. Actually, it's going to be okay, and then it's going to blow up again. Then when we move into Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that long-range forecast looks beautiful. It looks like it's going to be flat calm. Legend with 67 bluefin tuna, 34 of those fish between 100 and 200 pounds. Long-range size fish in our own backyard. How does it get any better than that? That is magnificent. 130-pound spectra with 200-pound leaders. You're going to fish knife jigs. You're going to fish Daiwa SK jigs, flat fall jigs. All of those are working, 200 grams to 500 grams, depending on the wind and current, and that is the way to get it done. There is some magnificent fishing out that way on big grade fish. Not everybody gets them every single night, but some guys do. And I say night because there is that nighttime bite, but a lot of this stuff also being taken in the daytime. Now, part of the problem with that is those big fish do not want to bite the heavy right now. But the heaviest you can get them to bite is 60 pound in the daytime. So definitely fluorocarbon. And remember that hot bait, choosing that hot bait really makes all the difference in the world. And it's been long soaks, really, really long soaks. So sometimes we're telling you to change your bait regularly. You don't get a bite in a minute, change it. I'm telling you, it's been a long soak. And that can change. So talk to your crew, talk to the boys on deck. They'll tune you up on exactly what's going on. The condor at 29 of those big bluefin to 182 pounds. So again, beautiful grade of fish. So remember, San Diego, you make a left-hand turn, you're going to get numbers. That's what they're shooting for anyway. Numbers like limits of Dorado, limits of yellowfin tuna. That's the game plan. Not as big in terms of the quality of fish, but lots more. And if you go out to the west, you're on a boat that's going to do that. You're fishing big game. You're fishing 100, 200 pound stuff. And there's also that mix of other grade fish out there also. If you get on Tanner Bank itself and drop your anchor, you're going to catch bluefin tuna from 12 to 70, 80 pounds with some 100 pounders blowing out all over the place. There's a lot of that grade of fish all over the place also. So keep that in mind, because you out there are going to fish even lighter lines. Sometimes that 12 to 25 pound fish. I was just out there on the Freedom on that Legends of Sport fishing trip. Incidentally, that video should drop tonight. Putting the pressure on myself to get this thing edited up today. It should drop tonight. You're going to want to see that. All these legends of sport fishing, catching tuna and having a great time. And that should be out tonight. But anyway, out there in that neck of the woods, some of that bluefin tuna did not want to bite the heavy. Sometimes you get a bite on the 30, 40 pound. Other times it was biting the 25 pound and 20 pound. So you're just going to have to pay attention and adjust your game to what is going on. Observation is key here. It really, really and truly is. So pay attention and you'll catch way more fish. So really nice prospects. We do have that weather problem. In fact, it laid some boats in, like the Freedom and the Amigo and some other guys. Other boys got out there. Long range boats are able to sustain in that, caught bluefin tuna, but it got nasty. What I'm more preoccupied about is not that weather occurred, or I guess I am preoccupied. I'm preoccupied about what it does to conditions. Does the water temperature drop? Does the water get dirty? And it appears that it bit through that, and with nicer weather on the horizon, we should be in really, really good shape. All right, islands down there, Todos Santos off of Ensenada, quite a bit of yellowtail, big bonita, calico bass still there. The Coronado Islands, what can I say? That place is biting, but there's so much good offshore fishing so nearby that most guys are focusing on that. But you've got yellows biting the yo-yo iron and on the dropper loop, fall fish deeper, and it's been quite good. Anywhere from 25 to 60, 70 yellows is not unheard of, and it has been that good there. And there's also some big bonita wandering around there and rockfish in that neck of the woods. At San Clemente Island, we continue to see some yellowtail being taken there. Some boats are getting in there and giving that a shot, but there's too much bluefin around, so most guys are ignoring it. But you can catch some yellows anywhere from 25 to 40 on the forks there. And once again, same kind of tackle, 25 to 40 is going to do you really well. Catalina Island, we've had flashes of really good yellowtail fishing here recently. The freelance a few days back at 40. That is a possibility, not every day, not for everybody, but there is some yellowtail around there, and there's a lot of squid starting to show up for bait. And there's a lot of squid that have moved in to not only the coastal regions, but just about all the islands. It's a good squid year so far. So that is a magnet. All that biomass of squid tracks the predators. Remember your high school biology class, the big ones do come out to eat the little ones. So I'm telling you, we are looking great for a winter time, but for sure springtime by next year. And Channel Islands, if I had to bet, I'd say they're going to have a great sea bass year again, just based on the amount of market squid we're seeing flow in here right now. In fact, the Paisanos, Mark and his dad, Mark Jr., Mark Sr., and Mike Morrison are all out there squidding as we speak. So hopefully they're having a good night. Incidentally, it's been an incredible crawl year on the lobster. I know a lot of you have had great success. Mark Podal was telling me it's been as good as it can get. Mark a longtime sport fishing captain, but also has a commercial lobster business. He said it has been an outstanding start to the lobster year. So I know a lot of you have been in on that. All right, up there at Santa Barbara Island, a lot of yellows out there also. We've had this windy weather. We'll see if it wants to bite afterwards. A few sea bass out there also. And then up in the Channel Islands, we continue to see great rock fishing, a few halibut and sea bass, a lot of squid, so you never know what might occur. Along the coast, we see good rock fishing just about everywhere, with still some decent bass fishing down there out of Dana and up in Redondo at times. It's been mostly rockfish here recently. Same thing for the San Pedro boats up in the Channel Islands, Ventura. Up there on the Island Spirit, for example, they've had some good whitefish and rockfish, coral sea, stardust up there out of Santa Barbara. Copious amounts of rockfish. I had to get copious in there for you all. So, and then along the coast here, surf fishing a little bit slower. We don't see as much corvina right now. Hopefully it'll pop back into the picture. There was a time when it was biting pretty darn well on the natural baits. There's been some spot fin croaker and yellowfin croaker also. All right, folks, what can I say? It was a great day yesterday. I thank you all very much. At the end of this, I'll run a little video of all the great folks, not all the great folks because they were coming and going, but there was a lot of people at a truly great event, 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro, and we hope to do another one really, really soon so you can all join us. By the way, Roger Eckhart and Brian Wynn, they put on an incredible seminar on the stern of the Freedom on how to catch big fish with such great knowledge that we had to do a podcast at the end. So they put a podcast together. I highly recommend you take a look at it. If you want to learn more about how you can catch your dream fish, your trophy fish, you've got to check this great podcast out that just dropped. It's a great one, how to catch a really, really big one. And Roger and Brian, man, they are outstanding. You can't get it any better than that. All right, I'm going to get to editing not only this show, but I'm going to edit up that Legends of Sport Fishing. Hopefully I'll have it drop a little bit later today, something you're going to want to come back and check out. Thanks again, everybody. Hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe. It means so much to us here at Friedman Adventures. I can't thank you enough for being there yesterday. It was truly an extraordinary, memorable day for me, as I hope it was for all of you. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day, and I hope to see you really, really soon.
All right, you guys. Thanks for being here. Mark, what's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Good to see you. Rick, we had a good turnaut here, man.
That's right.
I know,
Not
right?
over yet.
I know. I thought you were leaving.
I am.
Man, Tom Durr is here.
Joe Russo.
Joe Russo. Hey, Joe.
What's up, babe?
man?
What's
Good
up?
to
What's
see
up? How you doing?
I'm good. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, go ahead.
I'm taking off now.
Oh, okay. You keep saying that. What's up, guys?
At 11 o'clock at night, and you got to be up in 2 hours for wheel watch. Hey, what's up?
Hey, you guys. Dan and Kim. Steve Bermudez.
Hey, buddy, how are you, man?
I'm good. Yeah, Stern of the Freedom. But don't bring anybody down there because I got to get people on the. Hey, you guys, good to see you, Victor, all the way from Ensenada.
Hey, how's it going?
Albert Ponce, my man. I love you, Albert.
Love you too, brother.
Thank you. KJ,
Hey, what's going on, Phil?
thanks
Hey,
for being here, you
my
guys.
pleasure to be here, support you,
Thank you.
everything.
Thank you. Thanks for being here, everybody.
We're very happy to be here. Friedman Adventures, 1 million views. Woo!
Hey, thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for being here.
Hey, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, Phil.
Hey guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you for being here. No problem.
It's all about you. Jeff Yeomans, 540s. Thank you, Jeff.
No, thank you, man.
Thank you, Mike.
Trying to gap it. I want to get on the
Good
boat
to see
with
you guys.
Dorado. I couldn't lift it.
Paul Strasser.
Unreal.
And Eddie Leland. Man, you made it.
We made it.
So happy, man. Good to see you, Eddie.
Roger, good to see you, bro.
You too. Pablo Peña. The man, the myth, the legend. He made the Desiree thing happen for sure. Hey, kids. Smile. Act like you're having. Hey, what's up? Good to see you guys. What's happening? Jeff, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hey, how are you?
Good.
God, these guys, God, they're not stopping, man.
Job.
Chef Jason, you rule. Thanks, guys. Thanks for being here. Rick Fuentes, Wayne. I didn't think you were coming.
Of course
You said
I'm
you were
here.
gonna be here.
Of course I'm here.
Hey, one more time. You're trying to hide over here, and I'm not letting you get away with it. No way.
Way to go.
Let's go. Chop, chop. 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 Let's go. Chop, chop.